back with another DJs BrewTube beer review. It's Christmas morning. Well, maybe not literally. It might be evening. But you know what? It feels like Christmas morning. Why is that? Because I'm going to have a beer from Hardywood Park Craft Brewery out of Richmond, Virginia, US of A. Yay, yay! And what beer is that? Oddly enough, it's Christmas Morning 2017. This is an Imperial Milk Stout. It's a limited serving, just like his friend Barrel Aged GBS, but it clocks in at 9.2% ABV and 55 IBUs. Now, basically, the recipe in this beer is the same sort of base, pretty much, as Bourbon Barrel GBS, regular GBS, which is Gingerbread Stout, if you don't know. But what they do is, of course, there's more adjuncts in this because it's Christmas morning. Different beer. Well, kind of, sort of. Anywho, what about adjuncts since I've mentioned that? Well, like its sort of brethren, GBS and Bourbon Barrel GBS and Rum Barrel GBS, etc., etc. They're using lactose, vanilla beans, cinnamon, fresh ginger, I believe locally sourced, wildflower honey, locally sourced, and they're using Mexican Chiapas coffee, and that is from Black Hand, I think it's Roasters or Coffee in Richmond, Virginia. So as many locally sourced ingredients as possible. So the wild card in all this, why it's Christmas morning? Because you got to have a cup of coffee, of course, with your gingerbread. So the addition of coffee adjunct. So this beer has been around since 2014. First time I'm having it, so you know what? It's time to stop flapping my gums, telling you this is and that's about the beer. Pop the top here, get in the sniff top, and tell you what's up with Christmas Morning from Hardywood, 2017 edition. Ooh, this is going to be tight on here. Boom, big hiss off the top. Obsessively collectible GBS Crown. We got our gingerbread buddy here. Man, I can smell the coffee and ginger wafting from here. Let's get in the snifter. You know what? It's been a real heck of a day. We're going to pour this one deep. I have earned every single ounce of this beer. Trust me. Ooh, got quite a head on this, more than I remember from the barrel-aged version. Let's talk about the appearance. It is black as night, black as pitch. No light whatsoever is coming through this beer. Nothing seen through it. We've got a super tightly packed head of bubbles here. That's, I'd say, probably a, sort of a brownish color, kind of a brown bag kind of color. Some days, you know what, I would just want to get me a brown bag and drink a beer out of it. Anywho, we have a solid 2 finger of heads, and when I swirl it, we're getting tons of alcohol legs, and I think we're going to get a good amount of glass lacing as well. Take a look at that brew in the glass. That's lovely. Dark water. You know what? With all those adjuncts and coffee, it better, as its little addition, it better smell good. So let's dive in for the aroma. Woo! That coffee is large and in charge. Usually off this beer, you get the big ginger and everything, but man, big, deep coffee. Man, chocolate. The cinnamon comes in after that. Bready, crackery notes. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a gingerbread cookie, so that's expected. The ginger's coming in now. There's a sweetness in there. I guess that's coming from the honey. I don't say, hey, this is honey. If I didn't know it was in there, I'd just say it's got a big sweetness to it. But the coffee is definitely present in this. They make a Sidamo coffee as well, stout as well, which is really tasty, so maybe they've kind of done a play on that with this, with all the other adjuncts. It's basically coffee, cinnamon, chocolate, breadiness, and maybe a little spicy ginger and sweetness. Smells delicious. I guess it's like a gingerbread cookie dunked into coffee with milk. Let's see if it lives up to that name. Oh, that sweetness might be the lactose as well. Yeah. Oh, I was digressing. You're not surprised. Anywho, cheers! Merry Christmas. Oh, yum. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Wow. Awesome glass lacing like I thought. Right up in front. Boom. The coffee is right there. They're saying Christmas morning. They're talking about that as being the extra adjunct. It's there. It's not like super dark roasty, but it's got enough dark roast that it's giving like a little bit of bitterness at the sides of the tongue, almost like a char, but it's got a real good, true coffee flavor. After that, the ginger and the cinnamon are coming in. The ginger's way more present in the taste than it is in the in the aroma. But that coffee leaves a lasting bitterness, almost like you got your gingerbread cookie burnt a little tiny bit on the edges. I like them kind of like that sometimes, like a little bit like extra caramelized, because it's got that burnt brown sugar kind of taste. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. There's a decent amount of lactic sweetness in here. It's got a nice medium full mouth feel. This stout is always, in my opinion, a little bit thin. It could use to be a little thicker, but you know what? For what it is good. Man, nice, present as advertised flavors. What else more can you expect? Super easy to drink. The alcohol, 9.2%, forget about it. Totally hidden. Bourbon barrel GBS, it was totally hidden. Regular GBS is totally hidden. Very, very tasty beer. I don't have anything to complain about. All the flavors that they're saying should be in there. There's a nice vanilla note, though, and that is a far background player because the coffee's so big. Maybe this would age a little bit. The coffee would die back and the vanilla might creep up a little, but I've noticed in vanilla beers that flavor will fade as well over time. But anywho, super tasty, great beer. Let's grade it. At time of recording, Beer Advocate has given this 4.36 out of 5 points. So that's definitely their really high A range heading towards H+. And Untapped has given this 4.26 caps. Ditto on the grade, high A, going up towards A+. I'm going to go, I like this. This is definitely an A level beer. I gave this nearly an A+. I just gave it a little bit of knock. I think I gave this like a 97. I just gave it a little bit of knock on the fact that it was a little bit thin. That's my same beef with this one, but the flavors are really good. I'm going to go 96, high A. I would buy this again and drink it again, and if you see it, it's limited serving, mainly just in the Virginia and D.C. market that I've ever seen it, but if you see a bottle, grab it. I don't think you'll be disappointed if you did get some sort of like flavored, highly adjunct-laden brews, which this basically is, I mean, from top to bottom. So, have you had Christmas Morning 2017, 16, 15, 14, maybe Kentucky Christmas Morning? I think that's one of them. They have a bourbon barrel aged version of this, which would probably be pretty freaking cool because it's like this with coffee. Yum. Anywho, let me know what you know because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. Ooh, I also really like it when you do me a big favor and think locally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. And it is exceedingly cool if you, I don't know, maybe consider rating, commenting, subscribing, especially if this is your first time with us. And if you get around to it, maybe, I don't know, smash that like button because that, along with one bomber of this at 9.2%, is all I'm going to need tonight, faux show, to put my big ass happy face on. So the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of Hardywood Park Craft Brewery Christmas Morning 2017 drinking love for you. Said it all for you. That's right. You know what's coming now. All I got is a big peace out!